Well, today we are going to talk about the book written by Mary James, the book Look Room, and other oral histories. Well, to get into the context, it is a book that in this page have a lot of interesting stories, which have been read by each and every member of this group. And well, so guys, tell me, what is your favorite story?
I feel very happy to be here. Uh, the story that make me feel very scared, and I really like this story. It's the chapter 7. It's about Lost Heart. Uh, my favorite. This is my favorite chapter because the climax was very gratefully for me, and the end was very was terrifying me because I read it the chapter I remember the night midnight maybe for that time, so it makes atmosphere very scared for me. So Kevin, what do you think?
Well, I agree with you till that point. It was supposed that the book was a horror one, but not at all. Kind of, I could say. There was some stories that were very interesting, but there were another that mm, it was not the case. But my favorite story it was called The Curtains, and I like this story because uh, the author of the book tell us a story that could be similar when in the real world, and that could be because sometimes we feel that we are seeing a simulation, but it is not real. So this story mix the real with the fantasy, so that's a good point of the author. So Wagner, do you think that the author combines the real with unreal features?
Well, okay, as you said, my friend, the author tried to evoke us a little bit of feelings that um, provoke in ourselves a little bit of a familiar situation that we pass. And I think that every story has a little bit of it. I think the characters, the background, the description of the events that they lived, and I think that's interesting for all of us. But if you ask me, there are some stories that have a disappointing end. For example, the closed room. I didn't like the end of it because it was a happy ever after, and we are talking about horror stories. And I think that end wasn't classic for horror stories. But I like to hear the comment of Darwin. What do you share?
Well, the only story that caught me my attention was the night story. This name is The Two Cousins. This story is developing in a library um, when the librarian was found a old book. She she found an old man without eyes. I can feel that. I imagine that the scent. I feel scary. That's all.
Well, Okay, interesting opinions. Have you had paranormal experience, Johansson?
Well, I really like this question, and the answer is yes. I remember that one night I was in my grandmother's house, and I think that it was 12 p.m. I think when I was in my bed, I was just to I was beginning to drift off to sleep, and when I see a shadow, it was the shadow was behind the door, so could be a cloth, maybe a jacket, or but I don't know. But I remember that I can sleep well the rest of the night. So I think for this reason that this book really makes me feel scared. But I really want to know what is the opinion of that. What is the opinion of Kevin? So tell us.
Well, to be honest, I just hope that this never happened to me. It is something scary, and well, if that would happen, I just was kind of dead. Yeah. According to the question, I never have a paranormal experience, and I could say it is a positive way. But well, if that happen, I don't know how to react. What do you do, Darwin, if you have an experience paranormal?
Well, I never have happened to some similar to me, but my grandfather tell me a lot of stories on my town. For example, I can remember one, the candles on fire in the forest. This story is well known in my town, but I don't see um, never that. And Wagner, uh, what do you say that about that?
Well, all of you said that. Well, some of you said that they has have a paranormal experience, and the other of you said that you didn't have. But I can say that the book provoked on me a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions. As when I finished read the chapter 6, that was about the baiting of Angley Hall, that I saw a picture and I was thinking that that picture was moving as the story, and that was a little bit interesting because I just see it and later I thought about it, the story that I read, and it's interesting because you read the book and later you can remember what the book said and what the main characters live, and I think that's the reason that the book is really great.
Okay. If you ask me, I don't have paranormal experiences. And I think the book was good. My favorite story was The Ashtray. I read it at night with the lights off, and I was afraid of the creature that have lived in that tree. I imagine that them even have nightmares all the night. And well, on the other hand, that was the only good in whole the book. The other stories were interesting for me, and the Haunted Cornstays, a painting that moved. The truth, I didn't scare me. But I suppose that years ago people were more easily scared than today. I think. Um, well, I think that's all for today. Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, I'm glad.
I'm glad.
also interesting stories.